Hey guys, Real Spartan here. Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon part. I have no idea. I think it's like 30 or something. Maybe. I don't know. I should probably stop opening up my episodes for this. So we're going to take out the Prophet today, and I've picked out a team. We have Faith the Hellion, who is going to be spamming Iron Swan with heavily buffed things like Battle Trance, Sharpened Spear, and that junk. She has bad humors, but we're going to remove that at camp with the Grave Robber. We've got Pasquier, who is there to basically just protect everyone with Defender so that we don't die from falling rubble. He has a stun amulet because, in case you did not know, the biggest problem with having a man-at-arms defend everyone is that Eye on You will still stun him and remove his guard, which is why I have the stun amulet for extra stun resist and because he's running Rampart. I'm also using Retribution now instead of Crush because this is the stage of the game where Retribution starts to become like really good. So yeah, I'm going to start using that in combination with Defender. Also because he can't hit, the Prophet with Crush, but he can with Retribution. The Riposte, that is. Grave Robber, basically just there to hit the back line and to cure the disease off of Faith. Throwing Dagger, Shadow Fade, Flashing Daggers, Pick the Face. I'm probably never going to use a Lunge because I don't like shuffling moves, because it can screw over your party too much. And Vestal. I was debating between using 2 healing trinkets or like Junior's Head and Bloodthirst Ring, but I went for Junior's Head Bloodthirst Ring because, the extra health is good and we're losing food from the Raider's Talisman. I don't like using Raider's Talisman because I always feel obligated to use a Bloodthirst Ring or Fasting Seal, so yeah, as soon as I get a better ranged buff trinket, I'm going to start using that. That should be enough.
This raving creature had to be silenced, but doing so proved maddeningly impossible. How had he survived the stockades, the icy waters, and the knives I delivered so enthusiastically into his back? How had he returned time and time again to rouse the townfolk with his wild speculations and prophecies?
And it just leaves you on a cliffhanger. Okay, this map isn't that bad.
Mindless tittering reverberate maddeningly.
There's a bunch of curios this way. I kind of want those. It may be like late game. Well, not late game. It's kind of like, I'd say this is mid-late game. We're not that far away. We're probably like over halfway done through this series already.
Stone seems bent on preventing passage.
So yeah, not that long until we go into the Darkest Dungeon, to be honest. I just need to upgrade skills and people to level 5 and 6, respectively. And armor, of course. So let's see, Throwing Dagger. How much damage do you have, Faith? You have 13 to 24, which means that you might kill him with a whatchamacallit, an Iron Swan. So I'll just attack this guy. Judgment. Her accuracy isn't that bad, surprisingly. Does she have a buff? No? That's weird. Vestal has low accuracy. I expected that to actually miss. Okay, Tempting Goblet. We don't have a stress healer on this party because it's like we're going to rush to a boss. I'm going to start with Defender on Faith. Also, Heavy Boots for the extra protection. Because this guy usually starts with Crushing Blow on one of the first 2 slots, and I do not like that skill. It's really strong. Okay, so now we're going to just go a bit of damage control healing, and we can stun this guy easily with Rampart. So this fight is in the refrigerator. We can hack because it's like a decent base skill. Double Crushing Blow, that's weird. He usually goes Crushing Blow, Ground Pound. I mean, I'm not complaining because Ground Pound is like worse generally, and we got a stun there. I kind of didn't want him to move, but I guess I'll take what I'm giving. That's kind of why I have If It Bleeds right now, just so I can hit the 3rd rank. Of course, it's not going to bleed, but, it's there. Good Bellow, just reduces speed a bit. The reason I have Bellow is because Bellow also works on the Prophet. Look at that, 5 little marks there. I've seen someone get 8. That was like a lot. I forget what all of them were. Oh, wait, or was it 7? No, I don't know. He had Death's Door, Mark, Quest Reward, Buff, Debuff, like, Riposte. And wasn't there one other? Oh yeah, it was just Blight, I think. So, I'm gonna need to cut that sneeze out. So yeah, you may be wondering why this episode is uploaded at a really weird time. To give you some clarity, I'm recording this at 8:30 p.m., which is like the latest I've ever recorded one of these episodes, due to the fact that I was feeling absolutely terrible this morning. I felt like I was going to die. It was that bad. I was like really, really sick, and then I got over it because I slept like a really long time. And that's why I woke up at 7 p.m. I don't know. I really need to fix my sleep schedule really quickly because on Monday, I'm having strawberries over and we're going to finish building my PC, so I need to be awake for that. Otherwise, PC's not going to get built, gonna have to wait to another like week or so. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to start with Flashing Daggers, because Flashing Daggers has a really high crit rate, as we've seen just then.
Give them no quarter.
Now, Iron Swan is probably the best choice here. Perfect number. And Rampart is also the best choice here, because then we can kill this guy before he takes a turn. Perfect. Axe Blade does very little. I kind of wish my units had a bit more speed, but we have a Grave Robber.
Their formation is
The fastest unit in the game, I believe. Actually, is the Antiquarian, like, equally speedy? I think that the Antiquarian, like, gains speed rapidly as it levels up, like, 1 speed per weapon level up instead of, like, the normal units are 1 speed per 2 level ups. Let's shout you to death. I don't know. The Antiquarian has weird properties.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy.
Warrior's Cap. It's worth 750 gold, so I might as well just dump off a Citrine. Probably should have dumped off the bandage, actually. Because, there's really no enemies that bleed here apart from the cultist brawlers, and those are not a threat. You know what? You check this. Hey, stash loot. Hey, a healing armlet. Let's dump off those bandages. Oh, that's the first healing armlet I've got? Okay. Never use the healing armlet because it's, like, not that good. I mean, the recovery charm is better and it isn't leper specific, but I guess if you're going tank leper build, it would be okay. I don't go tank leper build though, because, it's just not my thing. Yeah, there's, like, no reason to use a torch there over just moving one place and just using a torch normally. It's in fact a better use of light. So, yep, throw, dagger. Judgment might kill. Okay. Kind of expected it not to kill because we've gotten like 2 kills with Judgment already. That's a bad crit. Retribution might kill. Okay. Low numbers. Low numbers all around. Let's just attempt to kill you. Okay, he's dead. Because he has +5 accuracy. Due to his natural swing quirk. I remember back when Retribution, like, the riposte stunned. That was truly overpowered days. I think the Man-at-Arms is probably the most nerfed hero since it was released. Probably because he was just, like, literally too good. He completely outshone the Arbalest when he was released. Can I bellow you to death? I guess not. Didn't really want to kill him anyway, because oh well, I guess he's dead anyway. I kind of wanted to stall and heal. Citrine, the garbage gem from the underworld. Your wife will hate it.
And driven into the mud.
Just stealing Bear Taffy's quotes. Kind of wish my commentary was as good as his. Then again, I wish then again, Bear Taffy's commentary isn't as good as Tear of Grace's. Oh, burn. And that was a perfect number we just got there. Let's throw a dagger, because I feel like the Hellion is going to miss for some reason. Just a hunch. I guess not, I was being superstitious. Let's bellow to get the speed advantage on these guys. And there's the crit the corpse AoE skill trick that I keep talking about. So just realized that this resolve experience is, like, not really needed at all. These guys are probably all going to go to level 5 after this mission, which is not what I want, because I want to keep these guys kind of low leveled until we, you know, have upgraded our skills to level 5, because I'm not going into level 5 missions without level 5 gear or skills.
Destroy.
Nice crit. And let's get an AoE heal. AoE, of course, stands for area of effect, because some people actually don't know that. They just hear AoE, what does that mean? And then those people are defenstrated.
This expedition at least promises success.
You may say to me, oh my god, it's a horrible, how could you say that? And those people don't know what defenstrated means. It's like, why is there a word? Like, I saw a post on something, I forget what it was, but it was like, why do we have, like, why is defenstrated a word, but there's no word for the day after tomorrow? Defenstrated is, of course, the act of throwing someone out of a window. It's so stupid. Let's use this holy water. Kind of want to throw it away. Hey, we got some actually good loot. These are worth 1,000, so worth more than the warrior's cap. Gold stack. I could throw out the healing armlet. You know what, I'm going to go on a gamble and say that we're not going to get a secret room here. I'll take the gold instead. We've already got a stack of emeralds, so not likely we're going to get, like, another stack. 115% trap disarm rate, which is, of course, the cap. Don't need to use a torch here, unless there are stress-dealing enemies here. Okay, so... Oh, no! Maybe. I don't know. Could you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now. Okay, so we'll kill the Prophet and then we'll go back and try and fight the Shambler. I'm going to, of course, use my campfire after the Prophet, because, yeah, kind of need the healing after the Prophet if I'm going to fight the Shambler. The Shambler is, of course, the more dangerous boss out of the two of them. I'll need to replace Iron Swan with Breakthrough, which isn't level 4. It's level 3. I didn't upgrade it. Is this even a good idea? Our Grave Robber is anemic, so she's going to be losing bleed resist. Let's get the speed advantage on these guys. This may not be the best party comp for fighting a Shambler. Then again, we do have good range and speed. We have a riposte. We have healing. We just don't have stress healing, which we probably don't need because Shambler fights are generally just not used with stress healing, because the Shambler can stack up stress quicker than you can heal it off. Let's try and get another heal off. A Judgment heal is probably just enough. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll accept it. Anti-venom, we might actually need that. Let's eat the food. You never know, an anti-venom might save our lives, especially since the Prophet himself uses blight damage as well. And I forgot to change this guy to... I forgot to change the positions back to normal. Okay, so... bad start already, GG. Okay, so let's start with the basics. I'll need to move you forwards. And I'll start defending... I guess I'll defend the Bloody Vestal. Won't do anything against this Calamicious Prognostication, but it'll do something for the Man-at-Arms himself. Okay, now those two are being targeted. Perfect. Actually, not perfect. So, 17. We're dealing good damage, I guess. Good Adrenaline Rush. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. You know what? She has low health as it is. And then again, she has lower health than the Grave Robber because of that disease that I didn't remove. Let's remove that blight. Okay, so of course need to defend the Hellion above all else because the Grave Robber can dodge sometimes. And that's why I have the stun amulet. Rubble of Ruin. 25 damage on the Grave Robber. Terrible. Okay, that's actually the best possible solution. Well, not the best possible solution, the best possible outcome. Eye on you, that's another stun. It's actually good that it hit the Vestal because, well, I guess she didn't resist it. If she would have, like, not resisted that, then, she would have gotten, like a buff thing. Like, the stun resist buff would have stacked up once more. 20, that's not enough. We need more. More! I like how he just randomly appears from that. Okay. That is not good at all, because the Man-at-Arms is now not defending anyone. So the Grave Robber is going to be on death's door here. Might as well attempt to heal up everyone. Because the Man-at-Arms cannot defend the Grave Robber. Because he's being hit himself. Do I want to bellow? Oh wait, protection is only on 40%. I'm going to need the Grave Robber to not be hit by Kellamish's prognostication next turn. She has decent blight resist, doesn't she? Yeah, she does. Okay, unless he hits both these two, then, okay, that's the best outcome, again. Doesn't deal any damage, so no riposte. 8 damage, healed off. Okay, this is going surprisingly well, despite its poor start. We could actually kill with this attack here. Hey, we did.
Foresee his own demise? I cannot, so long as he remains dead.
Do we even want to fight the Shambler? Hey, Chirurgeon's Charm. I can, unequip the Bloodthirst Ring and, equip the Chirurgeon's Charm in the fight. So let's camp.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
First things first. Let's remove this bad humor's disease. It's, like, absolutely terrible. Okay, so we have protection buffs. Kind of want tactics. If we're gonna fight the Shambler, we need tactics as a dodge buff. Crit buff isn't bad either. Sharpened Spear. Do we have any healing skills? We have none. Okay, we're not gonna go fight the Shambler. Bad things will happen if that is the result. Because if we don't have healing skills, then, like, what's the point? I'm not going to fight a Shambler when I'm not full health. That's suicide.
The way is lit. The path
Yeah,
is
sorry,
clear.
no Shambler today. That was a decent haul. Not the best, but it's a thing. And yep, everyone's level 5 now. Oh great, the Red Plague. Beast Slayer isn't bad, it's extra accuracy. Manslayer is actually pretty good for the Darkest Dungeon itself. And, scouting in the Warrens. Haven't been to the Warrens in, like, ages. And by that I mean, like, 2 missions ago.
Windows and doors will be bolted. Tonight, something haunts the dark.
And the miserable Dark Event. Less stress healing, hooray! I like how this looks, actually. Nice, starry night. Okay, so now we have fully upgraded Furnace, so we can just go ahead and upgrade everyone because there's, like, no benefit to waiting on these upgrades now. Just upgrade as soon as possible. There's, like, no better time to do it. There's a Lock of Fury for this mission. I really want one of those because it's like the Berserk Amulet, except it's, like, better because it doesn't give stress and, you know what, it's basically just like the Crescendo box. Instead of like, it gives 1 more speed and 5% less damage, but you lose health instead of, getting extra stress. So yeah, I'll be picking that up next week. So I'll see you guys then, where we just go and, do whatever it is here. Just fight and kill everything in the Warrens. No, not the Warrens, the Cove. Ugh. Bye.